This is tonight's deliciousness. It is leftover bacon from the freezer, leftover chicken that we grilled a couple of days ago, some frozen broccoli, some ranch dressing, and some mozzarella cheese. Oh, and I put some garlic powder in too. I would regularly use garlic, but I'm out, so garlic powder had to do. Stirred it all up, and then I'm just going to top it with some shredded mozzarella. I would use a mozzarella cheddar mix, but I don't have any cheddar right now. So I'm just going to top this up, and then I'll pop it on the grill at around 375 degrees for about 20 minutes. And you didn't hear me almost drop that knife on my foot. This is why you should wear shoes in the kitchen. I don't. Okay, I'm back. I picked up the knife. I picked up the crash before that was a Tupperware container that this chicken was in the fridge. I'm trying to use only half my stove. I've got a noodle board on the other half that provides some extra workspace. There's not a lot of workspace in my old farmhouse kitchen. But I've topped this with cheese, and it will be popped into the grill for about 375 for about 15 minutes, maybe 20. The broccoli is still frozen, so it could take a little bit longer. I'd love to share the recipe with you for this because it's a good keto meal, but I don't have a recipe. It was just leftover bacon, leftover chicken, frozen broccoli, ranch dressing, garlic, and cheese. That was it. And I would probably normally use a mix of cheddar and mozzarella, but I didn't have any cheddar right now, and I didn't think my taco cheese sounded good with it. So this is what we have, and I'll be back to you when I pop it on the grill. We're going to cook this on indirect heat, so only 3 burners on the left are lit, which is good because the 2 burners on the right have rusted through and are not usable, so that's where we're going to put the pan. And this may be our last dinner cooked on this grill because we have this one over here waiting to be set up. There it is. We tried to keep the temperature between 375 and 400, and I let this cook for about 20 minutes. So let's see what it looks like. Oh, it looks delicious. I'm going to turn off the burners and close the lid and let that cheese melt just a little bit more. This is tonight's dishes. I'm going to call this a recipe-ish because I don't mainly cook with recipes, but also because this one is so very forgiving. I used about 6 boneless, skinless chicken thighs because that's what I had. You could also use breasts. I like to use 8 slices of bacon, but I only had 6, so that's what went in. I prefer garlic cloves, but I was out, so I used garlic powder. And I picked broccoli for this vegetable, the vegetable for this, frozen broccoli, but you could use fresh if you cook it first. You could use asparagus, you could use spinach. I also use about a cup of ranch dressing in this. I was out of ranch dressing, so I used some sour cream and mixed it with ranch dip mix. So I used about a cup of sour cream and a half a packet of ranch dip mix. I used salt and pepper, and I prefer to make this with a cheddar mozzarella cheese blend, but I only had mozzarella, so that's what I used. You can make it work really however you want. Enjoy! If you like my videos, please take a moment to hit the like button. And I'd also appreciate it if you would subscribe.